Right now on NFL.com, our own Bucky Brooks, who I was on the Move Sticks podcast with to double down on my Jesse Bates take that all of Cincinnati despises. So catch that. But at the same time, he also has an article out where he names one chaos team from each division. That means the team who can really shake up the 2022 season. Here are the teams that he has. So I ask you, Michael Garafolo, which chaos team do you like?
I like the list. I think it's strong. And I agree with one. I agree with the Washington Commanders pretty much more than anybody because I don't know what Bucky's criteria exactly was. I think it was more who's the team that could pop up.
Yeah.
But to me, it's kind of boom or bust because you could create chaos within your division. You could be anywhere from 1 to 4. And the Commanders are that team to me because there's a lot of good stuff, right? There's a lot of balance across this roster. I love the coaching staff. I love the offensive depth chart. I really love the defensive depth chart. Now you're going to see some of these guys start to get healthy again. It's certainly Chase Young being the most important of them right there. So there's a lot of things that I can point to and say, boy, I wouldn't be surprised if this team won the division. By the way, they did it 2 years ago, and I know everybody says they did it with a losing record, whatever. They were the best team in the division 2 years ago. They're capable of doing it again. But there's also some boom and bust here because I still believe in Carson Wentz. Mike Robb doesn't.
No,
Mike Robb thinks he's broken.
Yes, he is.
So I still think that there's upside there.
How about it?
But who knows? Maybe there's
He's a sad bobblehead.
the downside as well. Jack Del Rio as the defensive coordinator certainly had an entertaining offseason. How are the players going to respond to that? But he's still a really good coach. So I see a lot of
players with that though.
He did lose players. That leads to my boom or bust theory on this team. So it's one of the stops I'll be making during training camp. It's a really interesting, potentially chaotic team to me, Will Sullivan.
See, for me, it is the Steelers. I feel like with the Steelers, we constantly want to write them off. They made the playoffs even when no one really expected them to. I mean, Ben Roethlisberger was on his last legs out there playing. Some people were comparing it to Weekend at Bernie's with the offense. But willed that team into the playoffs. They have a phenomenal defense there. Wait, what were you doing there, Jason?
Apparently you thought Ben Roethlisberger was being held up by a series of strings.
No, you just hold him up and just get him over there. No, but either way, it's just like you can never write off the Steelers. I mean, they did just have a great defense. They have one of the great young talents at wide receiver there, and Deontay Johnson as well. It's right now what they have to do is have Mitch Trubisky or Pickett, whoever it is under center, be that manager, manage that game, and let Najee Harris do his thing. He's going to contribute not only in the running game, but also the passing game as well. And there is no reason to think that the Steelers can't make an actual push for a playoff spot here, guys. We have learned over and over, you can never count out. Mike Tomlin is a fantastic coach. He always has these guys prepared. They play hard. You got Cam Hayward on the defensive side, T.J. Watt, Minkah Fitzpatrick, who's a ball hog. So for me, I just think the Steelers are that team that will create chaos. But every year, they are always in it. They got the strong fan base, and they also have the talent there year in and year out, it seems like, and they make the most out of it, Mike Robb.
Absolutely. And to your point, Mike Tomlin, he's going to always have that team ready.
Yep.
They're not going to beat themselves. The interesting part about the Steelers is I think Mitchell Trubisky and Kenny Pickett right now in their careers, if they're both playing the best, their best football, they're the same guy. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know how to differentiate that quarterback position out there in Pittsburgh. But for me, a team that's going to cause chaos, I'm going to go with the Atlanta Falcons. Now, look, hear me out, fans.
I'm hearing it.
All right, okay.
Here. I know this is the Tom Brady division. I know you can still have the Saints in that division as well, but I just think this is a second chance for Marcus Mariota. Every single time I saw him get into the game when he was with the Raiders over the last couple of years, it just seemed like he was re-energized, wanting to prove people wrong. He had a little fight, a little something about him. And this is the Marcus Mariota that I wanted to see earlier in his career. And I could argue that if he had this attitude, if he had this kind of dog mentality early in his career, he probably would still be the quarterback with the Tennessee Titans. You look at this team. I mean, I thought Arthur Smith did a great job just getting 7 wins out of this team last year. Defensively, they got to be better with protecting against the run. They gave up over 130 yards rushing last year. So defensively, they got to get right. But I think with with Marcus Mariota, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, those guys offensively, they could turn this division upside down. They could get some people looking at this team a little bit differently later on.
All right.
Who caused chaos at the end of last year? Who had your Indianapolis Colts off your checklist not make the postseason?
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm going to go with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Wow.
End of the season, they caused utter chaos.
You're talking a lot of Jags.
You talking
a lot of Jags, man.
Wow.
I'm just trying to get to Florida during camp. So listen, what I see is the reason they can cause some chaos is if you watched the previous block and you saw the checklist. If all those things get marked, I think this could be a problem because they're playing the AFC West in a division where every game could come down to the wire about what happens to your postseason hopes. Oh, Denver's going to go look back and go, man, early in the season we lost to the Jags, or the Chargers say that, or Kansas City says that. Same thing with the Eagles or the Cowboys when they're competing for that NFC East and they're going, oh, we lost to the Jags early on. How'd that happen? They could cause chaos in what happens to the playoff picture. But one thing I didn't mention last block was the defensive side of the ball. And we saw what they did drafting, Trayvon Walker, #1 overall. They get Lloyd, they get Chad Muma, and at the same time, what are they doing with all these pieces on the defensive side? If they can figure that out with a first-year defensive coordinator, it could be interesting to see what they do. I think that's going to be
$7 billion in free agency.
Yes, certainly did. $7 billion. That's over the cap.